Okay, so here we are in a T34 85. This time we're back on the HK Hong Kong server because finally, after many months, pings come back to what it used to be, about 130 to 140, so I can play on the server that's got people on it again, which is both good and bad. But anyway, it's nice to be able to drive the tanks I want to drive at any point of the day and not just have to wait for the evening when there were more people on the ANZ server. Anyway, this is one of my favourite little tanks. It is the T34-85, the standard Tech Tree version, and you can see I've 3-marked this thing, which is nice. It wasn't actually that hard to do. I think this is probably easier to 3-mark than the T34-85M, which is what most people tend to play. Now, this isn't a bad game. Let's see how it unfolds. So it's an encounter. We're top tier. There are tier 5s and 4s in this game, so we should have a good game. You would hope this thing would be able to own, or there is the opposing tier 6 medium tank, which is an auto loader, the little FL10, which is a bit nasty. I don't really want to take on an auto loader, but my gun probably will do significantly more damage, although he'll be able to hit me. I'm not sure what their clip is. I think it's probably a 3-shot clip, something like that. I'm pretty sure it's a 76. I haven't got one, so I don't really know much about that tank. I was just hoping he was going to come round, but he takes out the guy that's next to me. Oh, that's good. Now I thought, it doesn't look like there's many here, so I'm going to go, I think I'm going to try and get down to the tip if I can get an advantage over this guy. And there we go, we got one shot into him, so he's a little bit hurt, and we miss. He fired back and luckily didn't do anything. Let's try and flank him. Now the T34-85 has got, I think it's 7 degrees of gun depression, so it's not too bad, but certainly a lot better than some Russian tanks. It's one back into us, he'll get another one. And we get another one into him. Ooh, I think that was a bit lucky, but we will certainly take it. So yeah, he was doing 150, so maybe it's not a 76. I'll have to have a look at that to see what it actually is. Now this gun is okay, it's nothing marvellous. It's there's a Hellcat here somewhere, which is a bit of a worry. It's probably a good idea to pull back. I'm just a bit worried he's going to pop round that corner while I retreat and I'll get a 90mm shell up the backside. But luckily we get back up to here. Now I was going to come all the way back, but I might get some shots. Let's have a look. There you go. I say the gun's not particularly accurate, but it did alright then. Oh. Oh, there's the Hellcat. He's just up here. Now, can we kill him? If he doesn't know we're here, and it doesn't look like he does. No, why should we? That was good. That's good to get him out, because now there's a lot less. I think there's only 1 or 2 tier 6 tanks left on the enemy side. Oh, there's a T28 down there. Now, I was going to come back and defend, but our guys are not playing very well. Like, they're in a huge cluster. Like, we've got a KV-1 and an SU-100 white box tank all hiding over there. I mean, they're probably sniping and all sorts of stuff, but It's not the best place, particularly for the KV-1. I would have liked him perhaps over here supporting me, but it doesn't look like he's got much health left at this stage. Anyway, what I was thinking, it does look like we're on one side, they're on the other, so my best bet is to try and get just down this front side of the hill on their side, and then I might be able to scout up and get some spotting damage. I just want to have a quick peek around here to make sure there's not someone who's going to come around behind me as soon as I whiz off down the front. Oh, and there's a KV-1. The enemy KV-1. Now, just be a little bit careful. Like in high tier matches, you generally, if you come down here, there's all sorts of TDs and other tanks and lights that are going to open up on you as you come down here. It's usually a bit safer once you get down to this bit. Now I can sort of skirt along, and if there's anything sort of hiding up in these hills, I will probably proxy spot them. Dry throat this evening. Must be time for a whiskey, I reckon. Something to kill the bugs. Anyway, I haven't spotted anybody so far, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's alright. I'm probably expecting them to be that little bit further back up here. Oh, and there he is. He's on top of the hill. The little M. Oh yes, he's on top of the hill and he's getting hit by our players and Artie. Oh, and there's the artillery. God, where on earth did that go? That's been happening so much to me lately. I mean, it's been almost ridiculous. I had one game early today where I think I fired 4 shots like that before one actually went in and damaged the target. Oh, there's the KV-1 again. Ooh. And again. Oh, bloody hell, there's one behind me. Oh, he's right out in the middle there now. Okay, let's see if we can make this KV-1 regret his life choices, as they say. I mean, he's just driven out in the wrong spot. Now, can we still shoot him? Oh, yes. KV-1s have got terrible view range, so there's no way you'll be able to spot me. And he's gone. Now, I do want to shoot that little guy in the back, but I noticed there's the Achilles, and the Achilles did not spot me. Now, so I suspect that some of these crews on some of these tanks at these mid to low tiers just are not all that great. Oh, jeez, gun, come on.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Jeez, he's not firing very well either. Okay, let's try and take these guys out. The poor old VK soldiering on there on his own. He's actually doing a pretty good job. The VK is not a terrible tank. It certainly isn't a good tank, but it's got a bit more HP than most mediums at tier 5, and it's got a very good gun. The problem is it's really slow. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh look, the M8 is taking on our artillery. Come on, dang it. Now, just got to get the Achilles, and that's the end of the game. So we've done 2,567. We have fired, I've fired a mixture of, mainly non-premium. I mainly loaded the premium to go up against the KV. Ooh. Now he's having a bit of trouble with his gun depression, I think. I do quite like the Achilles, but I think that is one of its weaknesses. It doesn't have great gun compression. And he could only, well, he could drop down or he could come up and try and shoot us. He chose the latter. It wasn't going to work. And that's our 4th kill. And almost 2,900 damage. And that was an ace in this thing. So that wasn't a bad game.